Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm really excited to bring you a really awesome sounding baritone ukulele. This is Dan Ryerson's custom 20-inch scale length baritone ukulele. And Mr. Ryerson is from Minnesota, but he does have a deep history of having Hawaii roots, living here in the islands for a very long time. And I think that's super cool because when I play this ukulele, the first thing that kind of comes to mind is like, wow, it sounds almost like Hawaiian slacky. It has that slacky kind of guitar Hawaiian ukulele kind of sound. Now, what does that even sound like? Well, it's just filled with so much warmth, so much good tone. Almost sounds like you just landed in Hawaii and you're walking through the airport. It's like, welcome to Hawaii. You hear all the Hawaiian music in the background, and lo and behold, you hear this ukulele playing in the background. You won't even be surprised. And this is the kind of sound quality you get from this instrument. It's really fantastic. It's such a pleasure to play. Before we even started the sound sample, I was just playing it until press play. Oh, okay, here we are. So here I am, having the pleasure of talking about this wonderful instrument. So some of the specs on this instrument: we have Western red cedar here, really nice golden caramel color here on the front, paired with a really nice koa rosette here around the sound hole. And then what's even cool is that here on the bridge, which is the Indian rosewood bridge, we have like a little koa faceplate here, just more of an aesthetic kind of thing that luthiers can attach to the bridge where you can tie the strings. Here on the sides and back is really, really nice, straight, perfectly book matched. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of different colors going on, and just seeing it this straight and this uniformed. I have an Indian rosewood sides and back instrument myself, and mine doesn't look anything like this. So this is pretty premier wood, and I've actually heard too that this particular set of wood Mr. Ryerson has held on to for 30 plus years, and he decided that this instrument was going to be the one for him to take it out of his little personal stash to put on this instrument. And boy, was that a huge payoff, because this is such a fun, beautiful sounding looking instrument. So yeah, really, really awesome looking Indian rosewoods here on the sides. Even on the sides, it's just so defined, and the lines and the colors, it jumps out at you. But it's just so well defined and pretty just classic looks of Indian rosewood, more on that brown kind of darker side, but really, really nice. And then of course it pairs aesthetically really nice with this back strip, with this back binding, and then the front binding being curly maple. Really, really nice. So like I mentioned earlier, we have a rosewood bridge. We have gaboon ebony here on the fretboard, as well as gaboon ebony here on the headstock, and then even here on the back plate of the headstock, paired with a satin finish mahogany neck. And then even here we have the curly maple on the heel of the instrument right here. And then we even have that curly maple here on the sides of the fretboard right here. And then with this gaboon ebony fretboard, we have a radius fretboard. Oh yeah, it's definitely a radius fretboard. And for me personally, I like radius fretboards because it kind of builds into the fact that, like, if you were to kind of like shake your hand and really relax your hand, there's a natural curvature in your finger, versus making your finger straight. You have to put tension or pressure in your finger to make it straight. If you relax your hand, there's a natural curvature, meaning that this radius fretboard, because there's a slight curvature, it kind of plays into that your natural body mechanic for your fingers. Especially when you make like a bar chord like this, you can already see that natural curvature because of the radius fretboard. So it makes playing this ukulele a lot easier, or maybe not a lot easier, but I think it definitely makes a difference in terms of making bar chords or just holding chords in general. So you have this on this ukulele with the radius fretboard. And then two more things about this is that we have really nice Rubner tuners here, gold, and then along with rosewood buttons here on the four tuners. And then also what I really like too is that we have a sound hole. It makes the instrument much more open. It opens up the instrument. So basically what this does is that usually there's no sound hole. There's only just front side of the instrument or the sound hole where the sound can escape from. But now because of this side port, we have just a little more air, a little more breath in the instrument. Basically the good thing about the side port is that essentially it allows you to hear what, so like let's say you could sit in front of the instrument, but then if you sit in front of it, you can't be the one playing it, right? But you can pretty much hear an accurate representation of, if you had, I guess, someone else play the instrument, you sat in front of it, it's like, oh wow, it sounds so different than you playing it and being kind of behind the instrument. With this side port, we can go ahead and hear a very really accurate representation as if you're sitting in front of the instrument. So it's a really nice feature, and I've grown to really like having side ports on my instruments. And then one quick clarification I wanted to go ahead and make on the neck. It's actually not mahogany neck. It's actually a kind of on the darker end, but it's the Spanish cedar neck here on the neck. So really, really nice. Looks pretty close to mahogany, but yeah, Spanish cedar neck. So this is an awesome instrument. I love the brown and the black kind of aesthetics to it, with the the ebony headstock, and then just like the brownness and caramel color of the Western red cedar, and then the Indian rosewood is just prime, super, some of the nicest Indian rosewoods I've ever seen, and some of the straightest looking Indian rosewoods that I've seen too on custom instruments. So just fantastic work all around. The craftsmanship is really awesome, just looking at it all over. So now going into the sound of this instrument, like I was saying, it has that very, like, what does it even mean, like Hawaiian sounding? It just, I don't know, to me, like, it's just like when you walk into an airport here in Hawaii and you just like hear Hawaiian music, and then if you hear an ukulele player, it just sounds so warm, or they're doing some strumming, or but to me, this ukulele has like that kind of slacky guitar kind of sound, which is very synonymous with Hawaiian music. Just having that really open, warm, big sound, really nice tone, quality tone with your instruments. But this ukulele does an excellent job of capturing that really laid back feel that's really synonymous with Hawaiian music. It's just so pretty, so easy to play. And that's another thing I wanted to point out about this instrument, is that this is probably one of the easiest baritones I've ever played, in which like I don't have to pluck hard at all. Like I'm literally just like kind of sliding my fingers on the strings, like really only putting like 20% effort to really play, and it just sounds so nice and so easy. It's one of those instruments you can play for 3 hours and you're just like, let's go some more, because it's just you have the stamina to do so, because this instrument allows you to just play this forever. It's just such a treat. So much body, so much warmth, so much resonance, so much just good tone, the quality of the sound. Even when I'm playing up here, oh my gosh, it just sings. Oh my gosh. Listen to that vibrato. Oh my gosh, you can literally hear each individual wave that this instrument gives off. On the A string, on the E string and the C string, or standard tuning C. This is baritone tuning, but oh my gosh, this is such a treat to play. This is also one of those instruments that you could like go in a studio and it's like ready to go, and like you want to drop a album, or if you're one of those like you're a musician and you want something that's just gonna kill it in the studio, this instrument is, I would say this is one of those instruments. But it's also one of those instruments too that you're just like lying down on your couch or lying down on your bed and you're just like, whether you're doing like Travis picking or you're just doing any kind of just basic kind of fingerstyle or whatever it may be, it's such a treat to be able to hear the sound quality of this instrument, and just how easy again it is to play paired with the radius fretboard. The tension of this is really loose, so it's just so easy to play, so effortless. Just sings. Amazing instrument. One of my favorite baritones. Wow. Wow. So, enough of my talking. Let's go into a uninterrupted sound sample of this beautiful instrument. Here we go. Some Hawaiian music for you guys. well, I can just keep going on and on and on and on, but then it's a 30-minute sound sample. So let's go ahead and transition into some light strumming here on the baritone. There we go.